New Blood Interactive, one of my favorite indie publishers, having published nothing but bangers, similarly to Devolver Digital. Ultra Kill, banger. Dusk, banger. Faith, banger. But one of my personal favorites is Gloomwood. Gloomwood is a stealthy, immersive sim set in the Gothic Victorian era, a very niche set of genres if I'm being honest. I bought the game like 2 to 3 years ago at this point, but so much has changed and been released in that time period that I figured I'd play it again since I've forgotten everything. The most recent update is the Hightown update, although I'm making this intro before it's even out yet. This game is super interesting. Being an immersive sim means there's guaranteed to be many different ways to overcome any obstacle, making each playthrough unique. I highly implore you to go play the game before watching, but if you just want to watch a video on it, I hope you enjoy my playthrough. Had a headache all day, but that won't stop me from playing Gloomwood. I started my Gloomwood journey by choosing the difficulty. I would have done Blood Moon, but I feel that with all the new content that I didn't understand, I wouldn't be able to survive very long, leading to less enjoyment, so I chose Full Moon to still have somewhat of a challenge. When next I awoke, I was stuck in a jail of some sorts, with some people above me who sounded like they smoked 500 cigarettes a day.
Prepare a carriage. They want us to move
After getting hit with a name drop, a familiar voice appears to give me guidance.
Ah, good doctor. What an
Is that
predicament
Is that Minos Prime? Essentially what Minos Prime did was give me a special ring, not before hitting me in the face with it.
This ring should help you stay out
Ow, what the heck?
light. You have many enemies here. The darkness will shroud you from them.
The darkness will shroud you from them. And told me to head for the lighthouse on the coast before poofing away mysteriously. Interesting. Oh my god. Left control to crouch. I hate when games have crouch on left control. It just feels so unnatural, dude. Now about that special ring. That ring shows you how visible to others you are. If it's not glowing, you're practically invisible. If it is glowing, it means you stand out enough that you might as well be glowing yourself. It's a really fun and interactive way to tell you just how likely you are to be spotted. I collect my luggage case and get told by another smoker that my sword is in the next room.
Hey, Doc, they put your fancy sword and things in the room back there. They might still be there if the rats haven't gotten to it. Worse every day.
I snag the key right off the back of one of the huntsmen and make it to the power room, where I snag a button off the shelf as well, and find in the next room my sword, an awesome cane sword. Look how sick that is. I also learn of the save mechanics, only being able to save at specific points with the phonograph. I get right to work with my newfound sword and learn about my favorite mechanic in this game, the backstab. Charging up the sword until the tip sparkles lets you stab an enemy and instantly kill them if they are unaware of your presence. I place the button in the elevator and ride it up, only to be met with another huntsman. Not to worry though, we have bottles to distract him. What? Why did he go that way? After a strange occurrence, I trek onward and climb my way up an old elevator shaft to find a safe. You already know what time it is, 0451, the infamous code that everybody tries on their first padlock. Lo and behold, it actually opened. However... What the heck? Oh, good. Now that's just mean. That's so mean, dude. There's so many guys over there.
You cannot wait for long. I found you.
What do you mean you found me?
Shotgun.
Must have been the wind.
How the heck did he see me? After getting a major scare from that safe, I found another safe in a crevice on the side of the docks. I tried 451 again, however it didn't work this time. I have to come back to this safe later as the code was nowhere to be found. I stabbed my way through the huntsman at the docks, with only a couple mishaps to be had. How did that guy get there? There was no one here before. Eventually making it back inside the building and finding a map. This map told me that the loading docks to the outside were right there. However, there was a guy guarding it. I thought opening the loading bay would, make him investigate, but he just stood there doing nothing. I ended up remembering that I had bottles in my inventory and tried that. Okay. Don't know why that happened, but I'll take it.
Shotgun.
Did not know that guy was there. Had no clue. Now onto the beautiful outside. I kept stabbing my way through enemies to reach a little cabin atop a hill. I could hear a save point inside, but I couldn't find a clear way to get inside. Ooh, there's a save point in here. It sounds like there's also a guy. Yeah, there's a guy in there. I did not know I could do that. Apparently when it comes to doors, I have absolutely brutish strength, but when I fought the guy himself, I had wet noodle arms and couldn't even kill him. I ended up saving in the cabin and venturing down a well that was in the basement, only to find a door that could not be opened. Something else I'd have to come back to along with the safe, I guess. Troll. Wait, what? I don't want to go this way. Oh, hell no, dude. Yeah, no. Unless this is required for progression, I'm not going down there. Not in the slightest. It was indeed required for progression. Apparently I have to go this way for progression. That is not great, because this place looks spooky. No, don't do that, dude. This place sucked. And not in the it's bad kind of way, but the it's so scary that I hate this place kind of way. I ended up finding a note confirming that the beasts behind the door were indeed dogs, and also telling me that the key to the generator room would be in the break room down the hall. In order to progress, I would need to turn off the generator and actually go into the kennels where the supposedly rabid dogs were, and I was not looking forward to it. I ventured down the hall into the break room and found a save point. It's so nice hearing this music. It has eerie tones to it, but at least I know I'm safe when it's around. That safety would not last long, however. So it says something about the electric cages keeping the dogs in, so I'm guessing if I turn this off, the dogs are going to be out. And that's probably not going to be good. But it's required for progression. The tunnels suddenly became pitch black, with only bioluminescent fungus to guide my path. Oh, I heard it. The ambience shifted. The dogs were coming. I snuck around the dog that came out and made it past the previously electrified door, finding a lantern to provide me with my own light. Another note within the kennels provided me with valuable info. The dogs had a keen sense of smell. Get too close and it wouldn't matter if they saw me directly because they could smell me. One of the dogs came around the corner just as I was about to go and started feasting on a dead person. This was my chance. I drew my blade and approached. One was down. These things are creepy. Oh my god. At least they're dressed up for Christmas, though. Can you believe it, guys? Christmas, just 3 days away. This is so terrifying. I continued sneaking behind the dogs, following their paths, but not too closely. The caves were dark, but I dared not turn on my lantern. That scared me so badly, dude. It like jumped towards me. Eventually I came to a crank-based door, and opening it, I found something other than dogs.
Get the torches and search the caves.
It was the huntsman, but this meant that the dog section was probably over. I stealthily took care of the huntsman one by one until the coast was clear. Eventually, I came to a door that had been barricaded by lots of boxes. Moving them out of the way revealed some overjoying information. It led back to the previous save point. Oh, please let me save. Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Dude, that dog section was so scary. I completely forgot about that until like reading the notes and it being like, oh yeah, there's dogs, by the way, so don't turn off the electric kennel. And then that's exactly what I did. With the coast clear to what seemed like an elevator, I was able to head up and press the button, only to discover that it needed the power on to operate. Duh, I should have expected that and done it when I went back to save, but oh well. After waiting a substantial amount of time for the elevator to come down and then go back up, I saw some huntsmen nearby a table. Gulp. I don't know why that guy didn't die. Is it because he had a chest plate on? He had like some kind of chest plate. Maybe that's why he didn't die to one shot. Oh, now I gotta wait for the elevator again. It appeared that some enemies from now on would have chest plates, preventing them from being backstabbed. A rather annoying but fair mechanic I would need to play around from now on. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave you guys alone. You guys are all good to go. No need to look back. Oh, I'm out of the mines. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it was so spooky. Another save. Ooh, do I want to go down the slide? I kind of want to go down the slide. Let me save first, in case there's a guy down there. Whee! There wasn't a guy. I really expected the game to do like a, oh, you slide down there and you're gonna die type of thing. Now that we were out of the caves, I could finally relax. Backtracking down the collapsed trail a bit, I found another cave entrance which I investigated, hoping it would not lead me back to the dogs. Luckily it didn't, instead bringing me back to a familiar place, the well from before. Oh, this brings me back down to the other place before I went into the mine. Okay. After exploring off the beaten path a little more, I found something else. Looking all around for little goodies. What is this? 415. Oh. At the very beginning. Yep, the code to the other safe that I had found was the same code used in the first safe, but with the 5 and the 1 swapped. So I decided to track all the way back in order to scrounge whatever goodies I could get out of the safe. I say trekking, but I kind of just swam the whole way. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, it's gonna be something good. Vapor-filled, the flare pistol, that's what it's called, the flare pistol, can extinguish fire sources, induce brief coughing fit. Blunt rubber-filled round, deals minimal damage, but can interact with buttons, shatter windows, and break light bulbs from a distance. Flammable round, can ignite objects and instantly combust explosive sources. Pretty cool. A pretty worthwhile reward, I'd say. It seemed a bit like a Swiss Army knife kind of weapon, one that could excel in many different situations depending on the circumstances and the ammo that you had. Making it back to the mining outpost and saving, I came across my next biggest obstacle, this decrepit old house on the hill. It was swarming with huntsmen, inside and out, and there was no way to just walk past them to progress. There had to be something in the house I needed to do, and thus began a string of deaths, one after another after another. Who the heck was that? Feeling defeated each time, but learning as well, until finally, my final, perfect run. Wait for the guy. He turns around, then I go. Steal the key. Go up here. Go in here. Open this slowly. Then go up. And down. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than I thought, but now I just need to not get caught by the guy here. After making it out of the tunnels that were under the house, I find what appeared to be a slaughterhouse littered with bear traps.
Axe goes in, and comes out. Axe goes in.
Knife goes in. Nobody comes out. I continue up the hill, reminiscing on when I played the game previously. I think that's as far as I got, like 2 or 3 years ago. I can't quite remember, but I think that's, you know, how far I got. Wait. No. I do remember this. If you kill this guy, his torch falls on the on the barrel and blows you up, so maybe I have gotten up here before. You know what, for the content. Oh, never mind. I approach what appears to be a cabin with huntsmen standing outside, and while walking past I overhear one of their conversations.
Are you joking? Did you see the claws on that thing? I'm not going anywhere near it until the others bring the dynamite.
Killing one of their pals, I end up opening the door to another loading zone, and coincidentally, another chapter as well. Alright, new area, I guess.
He fell for it. He won't last a second with that accursed beast.
Apparently I was tricked and locked into this basement by the huntsman, who mentioned something about an accursed beast. My heart was pumping. What could possibly be in here that could scare the huntsman so easily? It sounded large, and it sounded ruthless, killing a man just upstairs. To aid my venture into the unknown, however, I was provided a flash bomb, a useful tool for large beasts. After stumbling around the basement a bit, I discovered a generator, which I promptly turned on. After that, I found my way to an elevator to finally come face to face with whatever accursed beast lay upstairs, to see what it truly was. What is that? Is it a goat man? It was larger than I thought, more powerful and quicker too. While many enemies would take many hits to kill you, this beast would sprint towards you at lightning speed and ram you with its massive horns, killing you instantly no matter the health. It stalked the halls, it broke down doors, it seemed unstoppable. But there was hope. Scattered around the rooms and halls were tiny pieces of a puzzle, and the prize for finishing such a puzzle? A way out, or more specifically, a way through the beast. I died over and over and over, but with each death came knowledge, came understanding. What had started me as a cowering mess, crawling at a snail's pace through the halls, eventually had me sprinting through them with one goal in mind: slay the beast. Again and again I fell, and again I learned, until finally I forged a path to victory. The most important thing I learned? Glass was breakable. Yeah! Get wrecked, idiot. Oh my god, finally. I don't know if there was another way to complete that, but I just straight up murdered him, so... Used up every single bit of, like, ammo, but... He's dead. Oh, there were bear traps here. Finally get to save. My inventory's looking pretty good, too. Now to the city gates. This chapter's a lot shorter than the others because the path to the lighthouse wasn't that long. All I did was stab a guy, gun down some dogs, lower a drawbridge while fighting the drawbridge keeper. Like, lower the bridge while they're not looking. Whoa, okay, that guy's looking. Nearly land on a bear trap, and then do some deadly parkour, and voila! We're here at the lighthouse. Don't die to that jump. Die to the parkour going up to the lighthouse after enduring all of this. We made it. Oh my goodness, there's so much more. I hurried inside, ready to save, and got a voice message from Minos Prime again. I'm here.
If you're hearing this, this means you made it safely to the lighthouse. Good. My store is in the market district. It's not far from here. Rest if you need to, but don't delay. The old laboratory in the lighthouse basement is up and running again. You should head there and begin to investigate the cadavers of the plagued townsfolk. Perhaps we can discover a cure for this illness. But be warned, do not indulge in the foul blood. Please honor your oath and use your knowledge responsibly. And whatever you do, don't look in the mirror.
Don't look in the mirror, you say. I looked in the mirror immediately. I'm gonna look in the mirror.
Hello, Doctor. I had hoped for us to meet at my estate. No matter. I can guarantee your safe arrival. A promise few others here can make. The townsfolk are not fond of outsiders. Come to the market plaza before midnight. I will have one of my trusted servants pick you up by carriage. I'll be waiting.
After rummaging around and reading some stuff that I couldn't understand. I can't read cursive well enough, embarrassingly. I found a new weapon, some kind of serrated meat cleaver, and opened a secret passage through a bookshelf that led to an elevator. Well, that's gonna be it for today. Recording for what? 2.5 hours? After coming back a couple days later, and after editing the entire time I played up until this point, I gathered some information while looking over the footage that I wanted to put to the test. I hurried down to the lab table to present my findings. So, I was looking at... only to find that there was a note I didn't read detailing the exact thing I was about to share. This mechanic was called research, and from what the diagram from before depicted, you would take the head of a creature, place it on the spike, and then analyze it to gain something, presumably knowledge of the creature. I was eager to test this out and hurried down to the lighthouse to find a specimen to experiment on. After killing one guy and throwing him off a cliff for some reason, I stumbled upon a peculiar entrance. Oh my god, what the heck was that? I actually jumped out of my seat, dude. You can probably see it. I jumped so badly. Oh my god. I lured one of the huntsmen to a secure location for him to be ripped to shreds. I used the serrated blade that I presumed would allow me to get the head, to which it worked just how I would have hoped, maybe even better. I took the head back to the lighthouse and was super giddy to see what would happen. Okay, that did work. So... what it said in the thing: place the 3 jars of ingredients onto the stand over the vessel. Place a body part of the specimen onto the pike. Activate the burner in front of the vessel. Collect the syringe capsule that fills up at the base of the pike. So I don't know what the ingredients are yet, but I put a head on here. I hope the head doesn't rot. Well, there was another thing. There was something else. Said to, like, oh, discovered serum oculary sample, 1 of 7 parts. Research specimen anatomy to discover formula for the serum. Okay, if I just bring back a ton of body parts, I should be able to research the guy. It's interesting. I'm gonna go do that. It's gonna take a while, but I'm just gonna bring all the body parts back. You're absolutely right, it would take a while, 5 whole minutes to be exact. If I had known I would have needed all the body parts of the specimen rather than just the head, I would have dragged the corpse of the guy to the lighthouse and dismantled him there rather than gibbing him on the spot like in playing Cruelty Squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this should be all the body parts. Okay, that was close. So put that there. Research. Woodsman right leg. Woodsman torso. Woodsman waist? I think this is waist. Woodsman pelvis. Woodsman arm. Left arm. Woodsman right arm. I don't have all the feet. Do I need all the feet? Completed analysis on Homo venatoris. Unlocked trait Huntsman's Mark. So the Huntsman serum. So worm cluster, palm reliquary, oculary sample. Ooh. Lore. Former human constituent of the local Hunters Guild. The specimen wears a leather-robed garment, a wide-brimmed hat, and a face mask with goggles for scouting expeditions. The infection has heightened the specimen's aggression, reduced their intelligence, and enhanced their sensory perception of other life forms carrying the contagion. The social hierarchy allows the specimens to readily alert and inform each other. But this can also allow them to be easily tricked. They also carry various weaponry and armors, but often lack skill and expertise. Oh, the serum. Enhanced sensory perception of all nearby infected life forms, even through solid walls, and allow kinship with other huntsmen for a time. This form can also use standard weaponry. Trait Huntsman's Mark. Increased physical damage and ballistic headshot damage against all huntsman variants. Wow, so research is really valuable. Sure, there's going to be lots of new enemies that I haven't seen before. I mean, there's the dogs, there's that thing in the sewers. I know there's stuff for Hightown, but Hightown isn't even out yet. I'm playing the game and it's not even out yet. There's the Goat Man. I don't know if I'm going to ever see the Goat Man again. I hope not. Getting close to the gate to the city, I overheard two huntsmen talking about the cannon they had next to them that they were going to blast me with.
We need more gunpowder and cannonballs. Go up to the storage room in the gatehouse and bring them down.
Hey, I don't have the captain's key.
Go get it from his room in the guard tower.
Meh, sounds like too much work.
Useless worm.
I then proceeded to slime them like they were my ops. That's so stupid. I shouldn't have... Why did I write that? Alright, I gotta go whiz. Or as I like to say, I'm going to Yellowstone. Seeing this big crack in the gate gave me an idea on how to progress. Reading this note told me everything I needed to know to operate the cannon, including where to get the materials. I got the gunpowder, fuse, cannonball, and mixed it all together inside the cannon to hopefully blow the gate wide open. It worked flawlessly, and finally, I was in the city. After making it through the gates of the city, I immediately ran towards the nearest building to save, while stepping on some glass in the process of rushing. Uh-oh, that means I gotta be careful of that from now on. In the safe room, I found a vent that led me back out into the city, however a different path from the main road, because the main road was crawling with huntsmen.
Stay back. There's something lurking down here. It just took Brother Zorin.
Hearing that made me a little nervous. What did he mean something was lurking nearby and he wasn't talking about me? A couple steps after killing him, I found exactly what he was talking about. I could hear a noise, but I couldn't find where it was coming from. I had assumed it was coming from below me as I couldn't see anything. I guess gamers really don't look up.
I'm Batman.
The beast was a Batman of some sorts, and brandished what looked to be a razor blade as a weapon. After taking care of the beast, I lugged its corpse all the way to the city gates, hoping that I could take it back to the lighthouse. I wonder if I can bring this back to the lighthouse. Let's see. Did it preserve through loads? It did! Oh, new method discovered. I researched the body parts one by one until I had a complete journal entry on the beast. Completed analysis on Vesper Sapiens. Unlocked trait Winged Ability. Bat Beast. That is a disgusting looking gentleman. A human bat hybrid standing at just over 4 feet with a hunched posture and elongated arms and digits. The infection has shrunken the specimen's skeletal structure and enlarged the ears and nose to allow for enhanced sensory perception. While incapable of flight, the species is incredibly agile and able to leap from great heights. It also appears to be able to use tools. The serum gained great jumping and climbing abilities, immense fall damage reduction, fall height damage reduction, and allow kinship with other bat beasts. Trait Winged Ability, increased jump height and reduced fall damage. Oh my goodness, that might be a little hard to get used to. I want one that makes me move faster. That would be awesome. Coming back to the city and saving filled me with determination to try and make it through the main road. Let's try going through the main thing. I have a feeling he might see me though.
I saw that. Should have found it.
I immediately backed off of that idea and reloaded the save. Finding a lowerable chain, I pounce on the guy below and stumble into some sort of waterfront village. I took care of the guys and found someone who I knew from the Hightown update that would be coming out soon, hopefully. I'm writing this script on Christmas after having a meal with my family and getting super fat. And I just saw that it's been delayed by a few days. Great. Now this video will take even longer to get out. I don't even know if I'll have the Hightown update in this video just because of that. I venture further into the city via the canal path and come to two guys standing all alone in a courtyard.
I'm Batman.
Only for them to be ambushed by a bat beast who gets promptly killed. But here comes round 2, baby. Only one of the guys died. Pity. Time to change that. Opening the door where the third guy came from reveals some sort of red-lined manor, so I promptly check it out. I find a kitchen of some sorts, with some huntsmen scavenging for some food.
Anything good in there?
No, it's been picked clean. All I found are these cans of
In the kitchen is some kind of dumbwaiter, I think that's what they're called, which I ride up only to ride back down because I haven't explored the rest of the house. Obtaining a key to the manor front door, I unlock it and open it, only for one of the huntsmen to come inside. Thinking that I might be able to backstab his head, I go for it.
Come out, come out. Will be pleased.
Heading back there to get my revenge, I had to fight a bat beast that jumps down from the balcony, though he wasn't there before because I accidentally broke a window, causing him to run away. Killing the bat beast, however, causes enough noise for this beast of a huntsman who killed me before to come rushing all the way around the house to slaughter me again. This guy is nuts. Oh my god, dude. I was busy in my inventory and this guy comes out of nowhere. What the heck? Why did he just explode? Finding the key to the back door of the house and checking that out instead, I get the key to another mansion, Marwyn's mansion this time, and go check it out, which had a whole lot of guys I didn't want to deal with inside, so I left. Going back to the main road, I realized there are boxes on the left which allow me to scale the wall, leading me to a different manor. In this manor, I found a switch behind some poorly placed books. I mean, look at that. Are they even trying to hide this switch? Not knowing what the switch did, I continued through the manor, discovering that the lever was one of 4 keeping me from accessing some kind of basement. I needed to see what was down there. I found the second one to the right of a statue, the third one on some kind of balcony, and the fourth one on the back of an angel. I hurried downstairs, eager to see what was down there. It was a golden goblet adorned with red gems and likely very valuable. I didn't have any inventory space, so I carried it all the way back to the save point and left it there. Going back through the original red manor, I realized that the front door led me to the main road behind the large barricade of enemies. Using this opportunity, I checked around, finding a dead officer with some kind of grenade. At least I thought it was, until I threw it. Not only was that a wimpy throw, it wasn't even a grenade. Instead, it was a smoke bomb of some sorts. Disappointing. At this point, I didn't know where to go, as anything after these cultist huntsmen was either a dead end or possibly not implemented into the game yet. The only place I could remember was the balcony off where I killed a guy, so I headed back there and jumped down. Down here, there was a barber shop. Great, I could really use a haircut. Maybe not, actually. They seem kind of busy. Going around the barbershop didn't prove much better though, as I had gunned down like 4 bat beasts just to go past. Behind the barbershop was a large gate with an elevator behind it. On the gate was a note that was written by Minos Prime. I'll try my best Minos Prime voice. Doctor, the lift to my terrace has been locked so that it cannot be accessed by the riffraff wandering around Fleece Court. I've entrusted a special emerald ring to a very local informant, one of my many fingers in this city. Once you retrieve the ring, offer it to the vessel on the pedestal. See you soon. That voice kind of sucked, but you get the idea. I'd scoured the entire city by now and not even seen a glimpse of a special emerald ring. Although I hadn't been to the barbershop yet. I snuck through the barbershop as quiet as a mouse, even though these bats probably ate mice. Actually, don't worry about that analogy. Making it to the basement, I find out that they have a crematorium down here. A barbershop with a crematorium? That can't be normal. One of the cadavers waiting to be burned had, wouldn't you know it, the special emerald ring. I immediately offered the ring to the pedestal and watched it burn a magnificent green color. Side note while I go up the elevator, do you spell it color or color? Because now that I'm in the UK, I've seen people spell it color, but all my life I've spelt it color, so it's just weird to see. Anyways, I had finally made it to Minos Prime's shop, and was eager to see what I could purchase. Woohoo, made it! Ooh, hello there.
You looked in the mirror, didn't you? That was the Countess. Everything awful that has happened to this town can be linked back to her and that ghastly high manor she roosts in. Doctor, we must get you into that manor to find and end the source of this madness. Now your first task is collecting the stone seals that will give you passage through the old city gate to the mountains around her manor. Each district contains a seal, a symbol of when the old noble family shared control of the city. In the back room, there's an old map of the city I managed to dig up. That should help, but it's rather outdated, I fear. There is a room upstairs that I used to rent out to travelers. Feel free to take it and rest as you need to. You are safe within these walls.
After listening to Minos Prime yap, I started selling any goods I had come across, yielding a sizable stack of cash.
Need space to carry.
Oh, an inventory upgrade. Monocle.
Come back when you've lined those pockets.
How do I know how much money I have? Oh my god. I didn't even know that I could do this. I really want an inventory upgrade, but I also want to see what the monocle is.
Is that all?
Okay, that was not worth it, I don't think. After wasting basically all the money I literally just got in a stupid monocle, I walked to the back room to take a look at the old map he was talking about. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is correct, but I think I understand how this map works. You've got the 5 districts of the city, each with their respective seal. Where I get confused, though, is what these huntsmen are. Is that the location of the seals that Minos Prime knows about? Or is that the places where the huntsman forces have made it into the city? I guess only time would tell. I went upstairs to my new room, saved, and placed some items in the chest that Minos Prime had provided. Leaving my room, something in the hallway shifted, revealing a hidden staircase.
So it's that fool merchant who's been leading you astray. You trust that sniveling shopkeep? I had greater expectations from you, child.
Yeah. Wait, what? What might this be? What the heck? The lighthouse. Does this take me back? Is this fast travel or something? Or does this bring me? It does bring me to the lighthouse, I see. Can I sell this?
Take this key. You'll need it to get into the underport. I've been told a seal is located within the tunnels there. Stay dry, Doctor.
After receiving the key to the underport, I was somewhat reluctant to go down there. The name underport doesn't sound very good, you know? Oh, that's a lot of money. Oh, give me the money, baby. Oh,
Fine addition to my collection.
just 500. I'm 100 off. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Here's the underport. I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, it's not as bad. I thought this was gonna be worse than the dog place, honestly, but this doesn't seem too bad yet. Oh my goodness. No, not the dogs. Not the dogs, dude. Having to go through the dogs to get to the other side, I tried to sneak through the gross water, but to no avail. Hate dogs. Going through some kind of factory or water treatment plant or something, I found a lever which I flipped to open a gate, allowing me to progress. Before going down there, however, I had an incredible idea in mind. Wait, you know what I just realized? It's dog time. I'm gonna become a dog. I'm going to research this dog, I don't care. I'm taking this dog home with me and I'm chopping him up into little bits, putting him into some kind of beef stew or something. And I'm eating it and researching it. Yeah, so I trekked all the way from the underport back to the lighthouse, taking 4 minutes of constant walking. But finally, I made it back with my prize. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Can I not research this? Bruh. Hold on, I'm actually looking this up, dude. I'm gonna be mad if I can't. Okay. I just looked it up, and you cannot research them because they are supposedly natural creatures or something like that. I just wasted all that time for nothing. Like, that is not a natural creature. That is a fish dog. That should give me, like, the ability to, like, breathe underwater or something, dude. That's a little annoying. After that disappointing loss of time and effort, I suffer yet another loss in a very, very unexpected way.
Blows up pancakes with mine.
Excuse me? What? He just killed me with his mind. Upon closer inspection of this clip, he did not blow me up with his mind, although it is funnier that way. It was likely a rat that killed me, which might be worse, honestly. Oh, I don't like this. Why'd it get so quiet? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh my god, I'm so scared, dude. I don't like this, dude. They're giving me flash bombs and everything. Is there gonna be... What?
To hell with this order and to hell with the Countess! I'm out of here!
Dude, I do not... Everything is building up to something really scary.
What in the hells are you? Get back! No.
Okay. That wasn't scary. Because I haven't seen the monster yet. It'll probably be a lot scarier once they reveal the monster. After all those horrifying occurrences, I finally got to save and rest easy. Thank you for the save. Oh my goodness. Making it through what seemed to be a warehouse of some sorts, I unfortunately got spotted and had to gun down a lot of guys. Despite that mishap, I continued to look around, finding some kind of blast door with a manager tag above it. And an entrance down into the sewers again, which was my only way of moving forward at this time. Alright, it's time to go into this plague-infested sewers, apparently. Great. This is where the monster's gonna be, dude, and I don't have much ammo left. Can it fit through these? There's no way, right?
Rats. Where the rats? We pray at night.
That's not a good sign. No, 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 no. Eventually, I found my way to some sort of power and turned it on. What the hell? What is this thing, dude? Oh, it's like a crow. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, it's over now. Like, the suspense is all gone, so I feel better about it. Yeah, it's kind of like I've gotten it out of the way, you know? Like, I was scared, and now I'm still scared, but less scared. You know what? Screw this bird. That's two that I don't have to deal with. I continued going, maneuvering around the one bird that was left and reaching the gate B crank. Cranking it fully opened up one of the gates, but it had a timer on it that would slowly go down. With no birds on the other crank to be worried about, I easily snuck through the two gates and made it away from those crazy birds. Or so I thought. I hate this game, I hate this game, I hate this game.
I'm
I can't believe I just died to the... Ugh. Something a little strange happened the second time around. How the hell did that happen? After that, I make it to a large power station of some sorts, discovering the bottom floor is covered in a thick layer of electrified goop, so I parkoured across the pipes, making it to the other side. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know why I was down here, but I decided to turn it off anyways. Parkouring back again past some bat beasts and opening a gate, I jumped over a barricade and became stumped. I didn't know where to go, I didn't know what my goal was, and I had no idea what to do. Because of this, I ended up just looking it up, and I know that may not be what you want to hear, but I had missed a crucial detail when going through the warehouse. I had briefly mentioned that there was a blast door with a manager tag above it, and well, that's where I was supposed to go. When I had first passed through there, I had noticed that there was a note, but outside the manager's office was a mechanical dog, and when I tried to get the note, it started to bark, so I left it, not knowing it would be so important. Anyways, the note said the safe in the manager's office was open with the code 115, and with the power off, I can now get inside. Inside the safe was a gold pocket watch and a crank, which a huntsman earlier had said would open the seal to go even deeper down. Other than the safe, there was a panic button under the manager's desk, which, when pressed, extinguished the flames and led to a fast travel mirror. Using the mirror, I went back to the shop, sold my goodies, and finally bought the inventory upgrade. Time to buy this inventory upgrade. Let's go! Oh, look at all this extra space in here. Going back to the sealed pit, I placed the crank inside, cranked that, and jumped inside the disgusting hole. After falling for what feels like an eternity, I finally hit the ground with a disgusting squelch as I land on some rotten corpses. My first thought was that this was where the city was throwing the plague-ridden corpses, so that they wouldn't be anywhere near where people live. Going through some kind of gate, I'm immediately jump-scared by a crow man yelling, but I can't see it. This is going to be a very common theme in this part of the game, walking around aimlessly without my lantern on. The problem with this is, well, I can't see without my light, so I need to turn it on to see where I'm going. But if the lantern is on, the crowman can see me. It's a nasty predicament that had my screen looking like this most of the time. The combination of having the lights off and the labyrinthine design of this section makes it almost impossible for me to narrate over where I went. The only thing that I knew of that had some importance was having to parkour across this void to get past a locked door, leading me to a new save point. Another save point. Some kind of crank. Continuing past this point would lead me into this filthy gunk of some sort, surrounded by the eggs of the crowmen. These eggs were very dangerous despite their appearance. Sometimes they would hatch, creating a crowman chick that would hunt you down while also alerting other crowmen. That scared me so badly, dude. Finding a locked door, some very convenient blood marks led me further down into their den in hopes of finding a key. At this point, I had been playing for a very, very long time, trying to complete the game before the Hightown update came out, and I was starting to get a little annoyed at the constant deaths. Oh my god, dude. Bro, I got stuck on the ladder. Okay. Right, at first I couldn't even see it. I couldn't even see where the monster was. Starting to get a little annoyed. I don't know if it's because I've been playing for 4.5 hours or what, but making it to the corpse that had the key, opening the door, and going down the overflow pipe, I had found it. The stone seal of the underport that Minos Prime had sent me to get was mine, but the Countess knew I was here.
I was just a little girl when the city built the first of the tunnels. I watched how the workers dug down deeper and deeper until the darkness suffocated every bit. They brought back with them remnants of an ancient city that we had only heard of in tales.
Continuing onwards, I found a brand new weapon, though it's more accurate to call it a tool of sorts, and also found the ancient civilization that the Countess had just told me about. It was crawling with crowmen who had made this place their home. I knew I had to get out of here. I quickly made my way past the hordes of the beasts and found something man-made, an elevator. This was my way out, but the generator was out of fuel, so I would need to find some more. Oh. In one of the many, many rooms of this castle-like structure was a fuel storage, likely used by the same exploration teams that built the elevator. I lugged 2 cans of fuel to the generator, filling it up entirely and ensuring the elevator would work. There was one problem though, an alarm. Oh, I see a bell there. which alerted the entire hive to my position. Not knowing what to do, I just kind of stood there like an idiot, hoping that they wouldn't come. But they did, and fast. I tried to evade them best I could, throwing flash bombs left and right, but they had already seen me. It was too late. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Oh. And here's where the multiple hours of playing the game started to catch up with me, leading to some, let's say, choice words for the devs. I'm gonna be honest, that might be the worst game mechanic, gameplay decision I've ever seen in my life, dude. Who thought that it was a good idea to do that? To have the entire place swarm after you? What? I've been recording for like 4.5 hours, dude. I just want to get to a good save point, man. I tried again, thinking that I could conceal myself with the smoke bomb in a corner, but apparently it wasn't a smoke bomb. It was some kind of gas grenade that induced a coughing fit. I thought it was a smoke grenade, I'll be honest. I was nearing my breaking point. Great. It's just absolutely awesome. This is my one critique of the game, is this section right here. Like, it sucks. Who decided to do this? I don't know, maybe that's just the tired me playing, but I'm just genuinely not enjoying this part of the game. Like, it's cool visually and like aesthetically, but just playing it is horrible, which is not what you want in a game. You do not want it to feel horrible to play. I tried a couple more times, and eventually I came up with a strategy. I'm going to outline the strategy quickly in case you ever play and have to go through the hell that is this section. Cross this bridge behind this bird, walk upstairs to make it to the fuel room, grab a can and wait for this specific bird to go past. Drop one container down, and then carry the other one and jump down. On your way to the generator, use the flare gun's vapor bullets to put out this fire, and manually turn off both these lanterns, then fuel up the generator with both cans. Flip the switch and run to the corner. As long as you are in the dark, the birds won't see you. And now just wait. I'm gonna eat some pistachios while I wait. Unfortunately, they're not salted pistachios, but they're alright. I like pistachios, but salted pistachios are where it's at. Oh, there they all go. Single file. Oh, the alarm went off. I think the elevator's here. Yeah, screw you, buddy. I'm out of here. Oh my god, finally! Once I finally made it out, I utilized the new harpoon gun to climb up and out of the pit. Wow, this guy was feasting up here. Whole sandwich and beans. After making it out of the underport, I find that the crowmen have escaped the underport as well, and are now just normal enemies that you can encounter in the world. At least I can research them now. Making it back to Minos Prime's shop, he starts yapping again.
That was some dirty business down in the underport. Aye, Doctor? Staying dry, I hope. But
Shut up,
more
bro.
importantly, I see you got the seal. Well done.
And then the game was over, at least for now. Oh, okay, that is it. I pressed keep playing and researched the Crowman, giving me faster movement speed when holstering my weapon. Increased holstered run speed. That'll be nice. And that was it. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I know this video is really long, but this was like 10 hours of footage cut down into about 50 or so minutes. It's quite a hard task, and also making it interesting at the same time is quite hard. And this is my first time ever trying to do this. If you enjoyed, leave a comment about any other games you want to see me cover, and any suggestions about the video to make it better. As a little bonus for making it to the end, I'll let you in on a little secret. One of the next games I'm going to be covering is Fear and Hunger Termina, though that will likely be episodical rather than one video, as I've heard first playthroughs can be around 20 to 50 hours long. Anyways, I'll see you later. Peace.